Greenock, 1994. The Wemyss Bay line had run safely for over a century, a quiet stretch connecting the west coast to Glasgow. But on one summer night, the silence was shattered. A train that should have made it to Glasgow never arrived. 2 people never made it home, and what seemed like tragedy turned out to be murder. This is the case of the 1994 Greenock Trainwreck. It was a Saturday night. 2 teenage girls headed for a night out. A young man, Alan Nichol, 21, days from his wedding, said goodbye to his fiancée, and train driver Arthur McKee, a father of 2, clocked in for the last time. The train departed Wemyss Bay at 10:45 p.m. Quiet night, one by one passengers settled in. Ticket collector Brian Maguire made his rounds. The back carriages were done, but in the front carriage he saw a lone passenger. For a moment he paused, then instinctively he chose not to approach. Moments later everything changed. The train derailed at full speed and smashed into a bridge. Alan Nichol was killed instantly. It was his ticket Brian never took. So was Arthur McKee. It was chaos, but no one knew why.
I can confirm that the train did strike the bridge.
But you've no idea why?
At this point I cannot confirm why that has occurred.
Police initially suspected mechanical failure, but one man thought otherwise, Detective Superintendent John Malcolm. Walking along the tracks near the bridge, he noticed something unusual. Concrete debris. Further up the line, a discovery. Concrete blocks deliberately placed, heavy, dragged from the trackside and stacked across the rails. This wasn't an accident, it was sabotage, and now it was murder.
The fact that the deaths of the driver and the passenger, as a result of that, had been murdered.
If they know something, please come forward. We've got to find out who it was. It's never going to bring Alan back.
Public outrage was instant. British Rail offered a £10,000 reward, but it wasn't Leeds that cracked it, it was Whispers. There was 16 teams known to hang around the housing scheme backing onto the railway. Police went door to door, questioned every one of them. And then came the break. 2 girls admitted they'd been with 2 boys near the tracks that night. They hadn't seen the boys put the slabs down, but what they remembered was a chilling quote. "Wait till you see what happens. A train will crash." A week after the derailment, 2 17-year-olds were arrested. Gary Dugan and Craig Houston, charged with culpable homicide. Not murder. Because they didn't mean for anybody to die, they were sentenced to 15 years. Teenagers, no political motive, no enemy, no logic, just senseless destruction, for the thrill of it.
By placing concrete blocks on a railway line near their homes in Greenock on June the 25th. That resulted in the derailment of the Wemyss Bay to Glasgow.
Railway sabotage isn't new, but this shook Scotland at the time. Barriers weren't enough, cameras weren't installed, and 2 innocent men died because someone wanted to see what would happen. For Inspector John Malcolm and ticket collector Brian Maguire, that night was unforgettable. Both haunted by what they saw, by what they missed, and by what they barely avoided. Today the Wemyss Bay line still runs. There are fences, warnings and memories. But for those on board that night, time stopped. This was the case of the Greenock Trainwreck, and subscribe for more stories from Obscure Beacon.